Hello friends, now this is the second session on concept grammar. Last time we studied about nouns. We tried to understand the concept of nouns. Now today we will try and relate nouns with number. So let us begin. Now here I have certain things. You can see there are some magnets, there are some toothbrushes, here are some flowers. Now the first thing is that all these are nouns. A magnet is a noun, a toothbrush is a noun, a flower is a noun. So all these are nouns. Now let me count them. Let me see how many toothbrushes I have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So when things exist, they can exist in numbers. They can be just one toothbrush or there can be more than one. So if there are more than one, then we can count them. So we have just counted 7 toothbrushes. Now because I can count them in numbers, let me say that they are countable. So they are nouns but they are countables. Similarly, I have magnets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So we have 7 magnets here. 7 toothbrushes, 7 magnets. So let us have 7 flowers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So now we have 7 flowers. I can count the toothbrushes, I can count the magnets, I can count the flowers. So I will say that these are countable nouns because you can count them in numbers. Now, if I tell you, give me 2 toothbrushes, you can just count 2 and give me 1 and 2. So you know exactly how many toothbrushes I want and you can count them and give them to me. Now here I have a bowl of milk. This is some milk. Now, if I have to count this milk, can I count it? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I can't count it. Here I have some salt. This is also a substance. If I have to count it, can I count it? 1, 2, like the flowers. Can I count 1 salt, 2 salts? No, I can't count it. Here I have some red chili powder. Can I count the chili powder? 1, 2, 3 chili powders? No, I cannot count it. So because I cannot count the salt, which is a substance, or milk, which is a liquid substance, or the chili powder, I will call them uncountable nouns. So first let us understand that nouns which can be counted are called countable nouns. We can count them in numbers. But if there are substances which we cannot count as 1, 2, 3, 4, then we call them uncountable nouns. So countable nouns, there can be nouns which can be counted, which are called countable nouns, or there are some nouns which we cannot count. So they are called uncountable nouns. Now, if you are making a dish and I want to tell you, put some salt or sugar or chili powder. You will ask me, but how much? Because if I put too much sugar, it will become too sweet. You will spoil the taste. Or how much salt should I put? Or how much chili powder should I put? How can I tell you the quantity? Because I cannot count the salt or the sugar or the chili powder. Yes, but I can do one thing. I cannot count it in numbers, but I can count them with a spoon. I can say put 2 spoonfuls of chili powder. 1 and 2. Or I can say how much water to put. I will tell you. Take a cup of water. You can put 1 cup of water. So even if I can't count these nouns, I can use certain things to measure them. Something to measure them. So I can use a spoon and I can say put 2 spoonfuls of chili powder, or I can use a cup and I can say add 1 cup of water, or take 1 bowl of milk. So by using these different measures like a bowl, a spoon, or a cup, or a glass, I can even count the uncountable nouns. So these uncountable nouns, they require some unit for measuring them. If we use some unit for measuring them, then we can count them. So let us revise what we have learned today. There can be 2 types of nouns. Some nouns are countable nouns, so we can count them in numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. There are other nouns which we cannot count. They are substances or materials. For example, jaggery. You cannot count it, but if I give it a unit like a kilogram, I can say 1 kilogram of jaggery, 2 kilograms of sugar, 1 liter of milk, 1 cup of milk, a glass of water, or a spoonful of chili powder, and so on. These are all uncountable nouns. So there are 2 types of nouns. If we can count them in numbers, they are countable nouns. If we cannot count them in numbers, they are uncountable nouns. And we will notice one more thing over here, that we say that knowledge is one whole. We divide it into different branches for the sake of convenience. Number is a mathematical concept, but this is how it is related to language. And why is number important in language? Because when we learn to construct sentences as we go further, you will find that sentence construction is affected by the number of nouns, whether there is one or more than one, whether the noun is countable or uncountable. So today we have studied the concept of countable nouns and uncountable nouns. For teachers, I have a tip here. You can instruct your students to actually perform these activities. So it will not only be activity based learning, but it will also be experiential learning, because the children will learn. They will do the activities with their hands. You can give them instructions. You can tell them to measure out spoonfuls or bowls, or you can ask them to count the things or the objects that you have. And this is how they can learn, through activities and through actual experience. So I hope you have all understood countable nouns and uncountable nouns. Now for a couple of days, go around and notice the nouns that you see around you. Wherever you look, you will see nouns, nouns and nouns. If you're playing with a cell phone, it is a noun. If you're watching the television, it is a noun. If you are drinking milk, it is a noun. If you drink it in a glass, it is a noun. So try to notice, make a mental note of all the nouns that you see around you, and decide whether they are countable nouns or uncountable nouns. Thank you very much. Please subscribe to the channel if you like the video, and let us meet next time to learn another new concept in grammar. Goodbye.